welcome back. It's your man Wise, and today we're checking out another video from our guy Doug in Exile. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. And without further ado, let's go.
Harold Ford on the 5. He's like Jessica Tarlov in a tie. This time he is defending Alvin Bragg and the New York political justice system. And man, is he naive. The poor guy. And Tyrus, who's a giant gorilla, almost eats him alive. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are. This is an incredible success story on Trump. Proves his campaign is still strong. He's beating the living daylights out of Biden, even accidentally over these trials. The trials, once again, they're probably the best thing to happen to his campaign. Let's watch.
When you think about Donald Trump as a candidate for office and as a political athlete, I say often he's as gifted a political athlete as I've ever seen.
The people is the best stuff. It's like a whistle-stop campaign on the back of a train. He comes out, it's small and local. He's no longer big and obscene in a giant arena. He's small and intimate with the people. This is actually his strength. And this is kind of new. It's more human, more intimate. It's better for him.
I don't agree with a lot of his things, but you have to respect the business and understand how politics is, the art of politics is litigated.
Yeah, instead of Art of the Deal, he needs to have written a book called Art of Politics as a Politician. Because he's not a politician, he's a businessman. No, guys, he's a politician, and he's an amazingly good one.
He goes to a bodega. He was at, I think, at a gas station a day or so before. This is as good a campaigning as you can do. Now, whether some may argue or say that crowd was scripted, whatever happened there, it looked good.
It looked good, and it is good. Trump genuinely loves the people. Remember, this is already after he went out to the crowds yesterday and said, hey, everybody, and little minority kids are going, we love Trump. Now he visits a bodega. Remember a couple days ago, he was at a Chick-fil-A, and this black girl came up, and they gave each other this huge hug. It was really warm. It's like, this is like politics. Politicians get criticized for like kissing babies and stuff like that. But this is real human interaction, real touching, not Trump on a giant arena. And then the TV coverage sends this out. He's human. He's great. He loves minorities. By the way, Trump went to Chick-fil-A not out of faking it, like when Biden was sitting there eating fried chicken with two black people they scripted, totally fake. No, Trump already loves junk food. He loves Big Macs. He loves buying people shakes. He went to that Chick-fil-A, was natural. So even that he would go to a bodega is actually something Trump would do.
Absolutely right. And this campaign, this time around, oh my goodness, man, this is so much better than the previous campaign that he ran before he was president. The first time around, it was way more brash. He was way more in your face. This time around, this is a calmer, softer, and the people love him. The kids, we love you, Trump. The people, young black people, are supporting him, wanting to take selfies and go. When he went to the bodega there, he actually sat there and had an unscripted conversation with the owners and listened to what they experienced and what they went through. This is real, and it's coming across as real. It's resonating with regular people, something that Biden can't do. He can't have a conversation that's not scripted. He's incapable of that right now. And I don't say that to, talk bad about a senior citizen. It's just unfortunate that our president is a senior citizen that doesn't look like he's doing well. If that was my grandparent, if that was my grandfather, I would be telling him, you have to sit down. You have to. He looks bad. It almost looks like elder abuse. He walked into the restaurant there in Philly, shuffling the feet. He kept his sunglasses on inside while taking a picture. He had to walk around to the other side of the counter just to take a picture. There were no people in there clamoring for a pic with him. Come on. Trump's campaign is reaching the people. This is how to run a campaign 101. And Trump is putting on a clinic right now. And what they don't realize, and maybe they do, maybe they have, all of these charges, all of this back and forth to a court, all of this hoopla that's about all these fake charges, it's only propping and pushing him up. It's making him so much more of a sympathetic being than he was 8 years ago. It's real, man. It's real. And the fact that he is willing to shake hands, dap up people. He had the police wanting to take selfies with him. This is real. It comes across as real.
It's the kind of theater you want when you're in a campaign. And he was able to highlight, in addition to that, an issue that is on the forefront of a lot of voters' minds, not just in New York, but everywhere: law and order and crime.
Remember, in New York, this is Alvin Bragg losing, because Alvin Bragg, there was at one of these bodegas, one of these minority criminals came in and stabbed one of the owners, and Alvin Bragg let him go. So this is how Alvin Bragg is bad on crime, reduces sentences on them, and all of New York knows it. And then they do the opposite against Trump. They raise it up to saying he's a felon of some kind, that he's no longer guilty of a misdemeanor. See, this does tie into the entire Alvin Bragg is evil. And Harold Ford is so naive. I feel almost bad for him. But you know what? The problem is you're so naive that you're getting us all killed.
I'll refrain from some of the conversation and the analysis around D.A. Bragg. But if you look at what, to the judge's point, this juxtaposition of Donald Trump there versus the trial, this is what's going to be talked about.
This also removed Trump falling asleep during the jury selection. He goes out and he does, you see, they think they're winning because they're taking him off the campaign trail. But this is a much better campaign trail to be on for Trump. He can do this for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's free. Also, it doesn't cost him anything. It's not scripted.
On the campaign itself, there's no doubt this is one of the smarter things the president could be doing.
Normally, when someone's in court or in trouble, the rule is always shut up and just win your case. Going out to the public is usually a bad idea. This is the one time it's a great idea. I think President Trump and his team is smart enough to know that whatever happens in the courtroom is already laid out. They know what's going on.
So that's Tyrus on, look, this courtroom, this court case, it's a loss. Trump's going to lose it. Just so you guys know. I mean, I'm not saying he will, because they have to have a 100% jury. 100% of them have to agree. But Tyrus is saying, just so you know, this is about persecuting Trump. So ignore the court case. Watch Trump go out and still campaign.
So he's going to use this. His trial is going to be publicly. So he's doing things that the other president won't do, can't do. You can't have Joe show up at a bodega and answer questions because it'll get weird.
Yeah, and he is weird. There were some things where he'd go out on the campaign trail holding hands with little kids. It looks like he's clutching them in his weird, just evil Joe moment. Remember when Joe came to New York with it was Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. It was all staged. They were like, hundreds of feet from people away, keeping them away from touching the people. A giant fake event where they won't show you the crowds. It's all fake, all polished to cover up for Biden not being able to maintain a conversation. And then Trump's here going out there, frankly, exposing himself to danger.
Absolutely. He's coming across as the bigger man. He is. And he's coming across as real. Why didn't they show us the crowd at that event? Was it just sparsely filled? Were there hardly anyone in there? Why didn't they show us the crowd? You can't even hear the crowd in there like that. Why? What are they hiding from us? And Tyrus is absolutely right. When Biden gets around regular people, it gets weird. He can't help himself to not sniff a young lady. He can't help it. It gets weird. And he's walking around. I keep saying this, weekend at Bernie's, when I see him moving around. It's crazy.
And waiting among the people. And Trump is reliant on us, the people. He needs us to save him with our vote.
So what the president is doing is phenomenal in the sense where I think he's read the room. He's not going to get a fair trial in New York, but For all those days he's there, he's got free campaign money. So he's making up for that loss. They took $500 million away. Cool. I'll take the free press, which normally would cost candidates millions and millions of dollars. He's getting it every day.
Trump is getting $500 million in free press. So what's it matter if it costs him $500 million to pay for his buildings? It's free.
And as a former wrestler, he is a master at the promo. He needs to have a book called The Art of the Promo. He gets in front of the mic and he just drops it. The crowd's chanting. You can't manufacture that. You didn't hand out scripts for that, because if so, they would see it online right now. Everyone would have a thing of the.
Trump has always been organically viral. It's easy for him. Those of us, we have to get attention. You have to be natural like Trump. Just naturally gets good media.
So what he's doing is we're seeing in real time a living martyr, because he's dead in the courtroom, but his trial is in the public and he's winning the public.
Yeah, the public knows his trial is fake. And then he comes out and people are leaning into him now, making the Democrat Party the evil ones. They're the Death Star. They're Darth Vader. They're Pontius Pilate. They're Rome against Jesus when it comes to, if we're talking about martyr analogies. The bad guy is the Democrat Party. And the people, the streets, are seeing Trump, a billionaire, and they're going, that guy's being martyred.
Absolutely. Without a doubt. The people are looking at Trump as a sympathetic figure, which I would assume most people could not have fathomed 8 or 9 years ago. This dude's a billionaire. He's famous. Everybody knows his name. There's no way that they could look at him as a sympathetic figure, but he is definitely that now. And they hit the nail on the head. This might be worth more than $500 million, to be honest with you, when you talk about the coverage and the press that he gets. It may be worth more. He may be receiving $1 billion worth of coverage right now. People pay for the type of publicity that Trump is getting right now. They actually pay money for it.
Ask you guys a question. Why do I'm gonna sit and listen to the facts? You think the jury has already decided? So I differ with you there. Maybe
Ford, oh, dude, you're always the last to know. Wait a minute, you're telling me the jury? He's all shocked. Are you kidding me, Ford? Where have you been? You think Trump's going to get a fair jury in New York? You're a child.
I just think the case in itself, first of all, it's a federal wires Bragg doing it anyways. But the other side of it is, no one else is getting charged with this. No one. Like, it's crazy. The statute of limitations are out. It should have been a done deal. They found a way, like I said. So it's the one time, he said witch trial probably 50 times. This is the one time where it feels like a witch trial to the regular I didn't pass the bar guy. But
no, I didn't pass the bar either, Tyrus. I hear you. But yeah, it feels like a witch trial. It is.
It's definitely a witch trial. And it's unfortunate. But the American people, we are not dumb. We see what's happening. And a lot of us, especially those of us on the right, those that consider ourselves conservatives, we've read the Constitution. We know when things aren't right. We know when something smells bad. We know this. And that's what we're seeing right now. And that's why he gets the love everywhere he goes. There hasn't been a city that he touched down in that he didn't get the love. Even in New York City, he got the love. It's real. It's authentic. People are gravitating. Think about this, man. In 2020, he didn't get this kind of love. The mainstream media, they did their job. And what I mean by that is that majority of mainstream media is liberal. Their job is to demonize any conservative or anybody from the Republican Party. That's their job. And they did their job very well. It's just not working anymore. It's not as effective. And they knew that. And that's why all these charges come about. But guess what? It's actually backfiring and it's working against them. Because now you just took one of the most powerful, most famous, wealthiest people to walk the planet, and you've turned him into a victim, and you've turned him into a sympathetic figure. Backfire. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up. It is crazy out here in these streets. And I'm going to catch up with you all next time. Peace.